is very, very difficult.
All right, our map bands will come right up on the screen, and we'll get to see which map we go for at the end. As we start off with a 7-map pool, we narrow it down to 5 because these 2 maps of Border and Consulate were played in the previous week, so you can't play them again with the week right after, which gives us 5 more. Let's see how the bans are. Show me the money.
Bank is so often
Again.
the first ban too. It's like it's not just teams are like, I don't want to play it. It's more like we definitely don't want to play it.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just
In Clubhouse.
be
We still love
big
the
fan of
Clubhouse.
season. Clubhouse has definitely been on and off, which has been nice. Coastline though, Chaos not wanting to go there, that does leave Oregon and Villa. I'm gonna guess Oregon is more likely.
Yeah.
But at least it wasn't the first ban.
Yeah, it also makes a lot of sense. I mean, leaving it until the end, maybe Chaos had some strategies in, but Penta don't. I understand their point of view. They don't really want to show everything they have on Villa or as little as possible.
Yeah, with
before
Paris
we get
coming
to
up.
Paris Major. Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Chaos are not going to go play in there, so Penta want to hide as much info as possible.
Makes sense, but I mean, they still have quite a few play days before Paris, so it's not like you can hide
couple.
everything. Yeah, just today, tomorrow, and then
next week.
2 next week. So, yeah, they got to play a few more times before Paris.
Alrighty then, you'll see that Chaos has played Oregon once and won it 0 times.
Unfortunate, but who knows? Today could be their day. We saw a good upset in Oregon last match, so
All right,
possible.
community vote. Let's bring that up on the screen. Penta, how much of an advantage do they have according to you guys? Oh boy.
Ooh, that is 9%. Why not just go with 0 at that point? I mean, when it's that close to being the draw percentage, people are not thinking Chaos have a chance. I kind of hope we get a tie situation just to really upset that, just to be like, you know what? Yeah, they're not going to beat Penta, but maybe they'll have more of a chance than you think.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the percentages are skewed very heavily into one team's favor.
Yeah, I mean,
me
numbers
if I'm wrong.
numbers are misleading sometimes, but in this case, I don't think that's the case. But hey, we're ready to get into the game, so let's find out. We found out you were wrong last time, so you never know what this will have in store as Oregon kicks right off.
Alrighty then, we head into the matchup as both teams here are pretty good friends. I think most teams in Pro League have pretty good relations. I don't know about North America, but I know with EU it's mostly the case. As this is the region that I familiarize myself with, at least the players, quite a bit. Chaos.
It's like lived in the EU.
Yeah, it's like I lived for the past almost 7 years actually, coming up on that 7th year in Europe. Oh boy.
Have a little anniversary party.
Yeah.
All right, well, Lion first to go from Chaos.
Honestly, I think Penta would have banned Lion themselves.
Probably. They have been fairly regularly. So what will be the second one, though? Will it be Glaz? Because we actually haven't seen a consistent Glaz best.
Yeah.
Ying has just really been a problem for
Ying
EU.
Lion. Yeah,
But-
knowing Penta as well, they love banning the operator.
Well,
They
also
just-
Eunice plays a lot of Glaz, so they're going to give that to him.
we'll see if they actually get to use it. I mean, there are obviously quite a few positions where you can play him in. The Maestro will be banned by Penta, and Chaos might just be forced into a Mira, but maybe they'll go for Echo or any other operator.
Probably Echo or Mira. I mean, most of the time the Echo or Maestro is the last ban, but this just give them some options, see what KS wants to do.
They're thinking about it, and there you go. It'll finally be selected, and you would expect a Mira. And you'll get an Echo!
All
Yeah,
right.
there you go. It's like, oh boy. Now,
It's both Hibana and Mira are in here, so it should be a bit more bog standard Oregon with Glaz in play.
the only thing is that there is Mira. So, you can use that. I'm expecting, oh boy.
Fabian on Glaz? Is that going to be a 6th pick? Because if so, you didn't make it very believable.
I mean, I don't want to say that Glaz is too difficult to play nowadays with that rated fire. But
Easy clicks.
actually, yeah, you can put Pengu on Glaz, and he would still do very well. Obviously, Jonas is very well known for that role, but I don't see a reason to change it around.
Nope.
Penta, similar to what you remember, we had the talk with Canadian on Monday. He was saying the same thing. You know what? We just change our operators around because we know we're good players. We can switch around.
Well,
play whatever
don't
we
get me
want.
wrong. Let me be clear. I'm not doubting Fabian can do it. He can do it just fine. I mean, okay, I'll stop there. But it's just the case of like it's an unusual choice for him. So.
All right, we'll see the mirror window possibly being set up in the meeting hall, and indeed it will. There's no blitz in this round, so my story will not come to life in this. So my upcoming bestseller.
Yep. This will be your last cast as you're retiring to become
a writer.
A writer, yeah.
A novel writer for Rainbow Six Siege.
You're going to cast your own novels. Well, they all spawn in construction here. This looks like a pretty fast tower take to go for this push here. This is definitely one way to rush Laundry. It looks like that's what they want to go for. I mean, they may not actually stick it into an execute. It might just be to take some map control quickly before roamers can rotate. But nonetheless, this is a very, very swift push from a 5-man construction.
I'd imagine that that Fabian on the glass will try to contest from below, taking control of the staircase and having a long angle to play with in the hallway. But this actually plays very well into the hands of Penta because Red Groove has already set up both of his mirror windows, if I'm not mistaken. Can we go into floor cam, Marcio, just to see? Okay, so they set up one in the meeting hall, and the second one is to the back of the tower.
Yeah, so not
very
standard Laundry. Well, that might work out in their favor. If this is going to be into tower take. They might have actually waited to place that second one downstairs until they knew which side was being pushed, but they are rotating around to garage now, so it might have just been, let's clear the tower and then rotate to the normal lobby side. They could go with either option here, but they are droning the tower side still, looking like that might be the choice. Mute Jammer not necessarily stopping them, but definitely making it a little bit more difficult. Quite a few bodies in meeting hall they're going to have to contend with here, though.
Oh, secretly we'll get the first one on Jonas. He takes a lot of damage in here and somehow is still alive on the white stairs, but he'll at least be able to fall back. Thorn in the side. Oh boy, Snooken peeks in, takes down those Habana pellets from Goga, who usually plays the IQ. And, not the case here. The Glass is walking down the Laundry as you saw the entirety of the setup here from Penta just move around to the other side of the map.
Well, things have definitely slowed down since that initial push, thanks to Eunice getting taken down first. Fabian hasn't been able to find anyone here playing this Glass in a bit of an unusual position. But nonetheless, they are all the way downstairs now, and they're getting ready for this smoke push. Usually they bounce it off the wall, but he's just going to throw it on the ground instead. Glass now in position. They don't have a mirror window on that side now, and he can't pick it back up and move it.
Kanto will have a long angle, and the diffusers immediately set in as Kanto, Goga, and Pengu will get a kill H Snooken, and Red Group blasts alive the Nitro Cell. Cannot do much here, and this is why Maestro is so great of an operator to use here, because of the fact that his Evil Eye see through smokes. Fire from above as the Havana from Goga makes things a bit more complicated, but Snooken peeks in, gets the kill on Fabian. Cannot connect. Red Groove going for the C4, but Pengu, he's got to come in and try to save this. The firebolts will come in as Pengu will get one in Kanto for the last. Red Groove, even though he's using the Vector, it is not enough to out to duel Kanto. Is so fast on the trigger. He's not even using an angled grip on the M762.
Definitely an interesting attack. They spent all that time at the beginning just super rushing tower, clearing it out, making sure it was good, and then rotating around to the lobby side and kind of slowing down a bit there. They didn't get, I don't think, a lot of the picks that they wanted to when they switched over to the lobby side. And you saw, for example, them trying to take out people that might be in kitchen, seeing if they could catch anyone pushing the meeting hall door. So those didn't turn into any early picks. In fact, they just lost Eunice in the process. But the fact is they weren't really set up to defend against that plant yet. And so that definitely worked out in their favor. But it turned into quite a slugfest towards the end. We will see Laundry again, so what will the adaptations be from Penta? They are going to be bringing similar lineup, but this time Eunice is going to do the 6th pick over to Thatcher, so maybe they can get around those mute jammers and start opening things up a little bit faster this time.
I mean, Jonas did got shut down early on with him being on the IQ against the Jaeger, so we'll see as we go back to the same side as mentioned. Chaos will set things up. Now, to not have to deal with really Habana or anything really, you'll see either Habana be banned or Thatcher be banned, but here it's just not going to be the case. The mute jammer on the how do you say, on the table in Laundry just gets shut down so easily.
Well, yeah, I mean, teams have figured out how to play against it by now. It's definitely not unusual.
It's not that you need to destroy it. That's the thing. You can just put your Habana pellets on the side of corner. It only takes one Kairos. You don't have to put all of them.
Yeah, it's definitely all about the tricks that you can get out of the fact that hatches only need one little explosion to make them work. And that sometimes can even be from the wall next to it, rather than having to be directly on it. So we'll see. Fabian at least lighting up a camera, which is nice. They're still setting up some of their defense as well, though. So this fast west side take could help if they can catch someone in the middle of that setup. In the meantime, they're more concerned with getting map control and shooting cameras, which, you know, is going according to the plans so far, but it's giving extra time for the defenders to rotate around a little bit and adjust some of their positioning.
This is something that we see IDK play quite a bit with, going into the kitchen directly by using the small tower to their advantage. Reynolds obviously has a mirror window, so he can look on in and contest his opponents coming into the kitchen, but Fabian will use his glass to open up an extra angle. Kanto moving in as he'll have to contest against that mute still in the meeting hall. Reynolds will fall back, but he has not dropped, just playing behind the table.
Well, this is a good meeting hall defense that's holding up, despite the fact that he almost got shot in the back. They're buying a lot of time in there and actually rotating back to site, which is the smart thing to do because so much pressure now coming on there as the sandbags were only offering a small amount of defense. And Crips being allowed to stay up live up there, the fact that he doesn't give away his position just yet, that could definitely catch someone off guard if they think they have meeting hall control when they really don't.
Somebody's definitely spamming those chips to help out Crips, but Fabian coming in on the drone. Just get a bit extra info as the mirror window was taken down. Oh, Pengu with a close angle, half health now, taken away on Crips. He'll fall back, and they'll have to leave one player to hold the back angles as Chaos will start to fall back onto the site. Smokes are going to get thrown in potentially here for Fabian to play with. They're trying to bait out this. Oh, wow. Fabian gets the kill on Snooken as he walks to the left-hand side of the laundry. He'll spot the second. The Mira, before she's able to do much, will get taken out. Goga and Kanto will refrag after Sikli just runs on in. Renewals with the C4, does not connect. And is the last man alive with the fuser planted. He turns in for the kill, but those crossbow bolts will make it so much more difficult. Pengu will get last one with the Para 308. That's the round for Penta Sports.
Again, these are coming down to a little bit scrappier fights than you'd expect, but I feel like that's just because when Chaos get kind of shoved towards the end of a round there, they may not have the best early part of the round in terms of not necessarily getting a lot of picks on the attackers outside of Eunice the first round, but when it actually gets planted, their retakes are actually fairly brutal. They're doing a good job killing a lot of Penta players once the plant is down. It's leading up to that they're really struggling. You saw, for example, Fabian just with some easy pickoffs of 2 people mid-throw, and that, of course, is why everyone hates dealing with Glaz and Oregon for exactly that reason, because, yeah, you can throw stuff at him, but if you're dead, you can't hit the trigger, and you just die, and you can't do anything anymore. But now it'll be up to dorms, so we'll see. They decided, the way they're playing this, maybe this is not the best bomb site for us right now.
Yeah, C4s are definitely not proximity triggered, so
nope.
Gotta be careful around that. Though, the interesting part is that Pengu is not using his firebolts in the way that you usually see them play.
He's using them in the way that we used to talk about was going to be the way Capitao was going to be used. Like originally when Capitao came out, we were the firebolts were going to be too long. What everyone thought they were going to be used for was disarming the diffuser, which is exactly what he's been using them for. If anyone's coming to the diffuser, it's like, nope, I'm going to set it on fire. And that's like such an old school like mentality for Capitao that you mentioned we don't see anymore. So that's interesting.
Alrighty, we'll see how Chaos set this one up. They need around it. Because you were given a Mira, and you still choose to play the laundry twice and lose it out, it doesn't really benefit you at all. As the rounds were a bit scrappy at the end, but still, when push came to shove, Penta were able to get kills left and right.
Yeah. This is so different from the match we just saw where everyone played a lot of tower and kitchen and things like that, playing it so different, not even really wanting to go to dorms, whereas this is definitely more of a conventional Oregon play.
Now Fabian spots the window, opened up, and showers. This will repeat the same checklist that we saw him doing before. Just go in, and well, there you go. Jonas adds on top of it. Secretly will get taken out. He was trying to peek in from the garage, but unfortunately, he meets his untimely doom and demise.
Yeah,
oh, I love this Claymore. This is so difficult to spot and deal with.
Definitely one of the classic Claymore spots that's a little more creative, but definitely works out a lot of the time. Because runouts from that dining door can be so hard to deal with sometimes. Because you don't want someone just watching an angle on it the whole time. A lot of action.
Yeah, you just gotta play in the dorm main hall, and it's just you hear magazines being literally fired across the map, but they don't amount to anything.
No, shooting out windows at best.
Red Groove just keeping tabs on his opponents, sitting on the outside of that wall. Is Fabian coming in for the drone? That's a beautiful drone position as well as, there we go, they finally spot the evil eye. Snooken though peeks in. Pengu, beautiful ADS time here to get the kill on Snooken. And again, he's not even running an angle grip.
No, it's interesting to see how often it matters. Unfortunately, Eunice being the first one to die on Penta again, but at least, hey, he got a kill before he died, and Smoke is now dead, so they're in a good position.
Nitro Cell not even going to get used here as you see an entire mag pretty much thrown out by Red Groove on the Pulse. Crips will get one on Fabian to turn it into a 3v3, but Penta have to keep moving. No kill from below as Renewals will go down. The Fuser will get set as Goga gets one on Crips. Last alive is Red Groove and he'll have to rotate through the classroom up to the dorm area. He'll have to come through the hallway. Goga hears him. Should be able to easily contest this. There we go. Penta Sports take the round and put the third one on the board.
Definitely doesn't matter how close they are because they're all turning into wins here. And Penta definitely winning all their attacks. We'll see if they can do as well on defense, but I mean, it's Penta, so probably. Either way, though, that is 3 rounds up, and we are going to go to maybe dorms again. Could go to laundry. Since they've lost everything, they can go anywhere. Maybe they'll even just throw out a tower or kitchen just to be like, let's just do it at this point. Dorms it is again.
All right, we'll see what they change in this one, Chaos, because I don't think they're going to be changing much.
No.
Looking at their operators, they're going to bring in the Pulse again. Now, when you're defending upstairs, it's not really very important to bring a Mira, so it's understandable. That's why, even with players banning Mira, everybody's kind of fine with it. You don't really need it.
It used to be such a big thing in kids, but I feel like people have just gotten used to not having it there. So
you have the soft wall Mira,
and
then the hard wall Mira that's also playing from the bunks in the kids' bedroom, looking down into the main bedroom, really, to have an extra angle between the kids' bedroom and the white stairs. So it does give you a bit more information, but it's not necessary, and that's why you'll see Chaos not really switching around for anybody. Now, Penta are bringing the Habana again, but they have not attacked in your standard fashion of, hey, we'll take control of closet and then walk ourselves in for a plant.
10 seconds insertion.
We'll see, though, how this attack goes down because, well, they've already attacked both bomb sites. They've attacked them multiple times. This time, like you said, they're not adjusting a ton on Chaos. It looks like they're opening up quite a bit of the floor, but otherwise, not sure what they're going to do different here that's really going to benefit them this round because the attacks from Penta seem to be working pretty consistently. They're not doing the exact same attack every time, but at least their approach outside the way that they're clearing out the cameras and everything seems to be working out. And then Eunice struggling with this camera.
There you go.
Finally gets it. Unfortunately, they are very small. It is sometimes difficult to shoot them even with the extra gadget detector there. Hopefully Eunice going to live a little bit longer in the round this time, but either way, like I said, he managed to get a kill before dying last time, so it worked out because that was on Jaeger, which was a good initial kill to get.
It's like at the end of every single play day with Penta, someone has to put up a Reddit thread to say, oh, this player didn't play as good as everybody else. Maybe they should get kicked and removed.
Right.
No, that's not how it works,
that's not,
people.
You can't have 5 MVPs on one team. Although Kanto decided he wants a little bigger piece of that action, getting a nice 2K there on Red Groove and secretly.
He'll play from below and just spraying down. The smoke is not lost just yet, but the fact that they lost the Pulse is pretty huge. Jonas.
Oh no, not again. Not again,
but Kanto's on the floor and Crips will take him out. 3v3 immediately here by Chaos. Pengu will take down the batteries that are in the back. That should ease the way in for Goga here to open up the closet. That's what we were talking about early on. And they'll open that up to move in for a plant. Now, still need the white stairs control, so see Fabian take. Oh my God, Renewal jumps on out and he gets the kill on Fabian.
Defender exposed.
And
A
now
bomb has been located.
there's little angles to be played with by Penta. Come on in. Goga, can you even walk through this? Or is this just like
Could be client-side.
client-sided? Yeah. There you go. It's going to get opened up. Goga runs in, but the Bearing 9 does not connect. Pengu will have to dive into his own crossbow bullet as Stucken finds the shot, and Chaos will put the round on the board.
Well, it took them 2 tries, but they managed to win that round, and in good fashion. I mean, the fact that they took down Eunice and Kanto around the same time really started to trade things out, and that nice jump out on Fabian, who just the tension between those two as they kept almost seeing each other. And unfortunately, Fabian didn't seem to know what he wanted to do. You saw him kind of looking a little indecisive on the approach he wanted to take. Might have been a little bit of a communication breakdown, or just a case where he just wasn't sure how they wanted to continue to pressure the situation. And I think that indecision cost them a little bit. Obviously, he died anyways, but now they will finally just say, okay, we're not going to bother with laundry anymore. We're just going to throw a tower out there for our last defense and see how it goes. But at least they've got 1 round on the board now, and if they can have a solid attack, then Chaos could bring this back a bit. And a 6th pick over to Rook. There's an interesting choice. We have seen some Rook play on tower before, take advantage of the ACOG you were talking about. And Pengu going to switch off to Thatcher. Not sure what they think the bomb site's going to be, though. As that makes me think that they're preparing for laundry again.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I mean, you can still use the glass, and I want to say when you're attacking any site on Oregon, but
Yeah.
I want to see how you crawl them into tower. But
Yeah,
just hold
well,
that.
I mean, there's tons of windows. It's just a case of getting someone to walk in front of them. Right? Simply just, hey, I'm out here, come look. I don't think that works.
All right, you see the rear stage completely opened up
10
by
seconds left.
Chaos. So of course they have Red Groove on the Valkyrie,
5 seconds to insertion.
setting up his Black Eyes. Now, we've seen a few ways of playing when you're on tower. Some teams will play more anchor style. Some teams will roam around the map and really try to control the other side of it.
Yeah, well, we talked about before, the retake strategy is a little bit of a riskier one on that, because if you lose those people on site, it's a big problem. You can play retake if you just play a very strong retake in terms of stopping people the few people that are on the site from dying, protecting them. But Snooken already solo on health, already having to expend a gas grenade just to fight Eunice here. That's not a great start for defending this here, especially if he can get this kill on Smoke. Like we said though earlier, Smoke's not the most important defender on that site, but it sure as heck helps. Anything you can do to delay. Although, to be fair, Fabian can use that in his favor, being able to see through that smoke.
And honestly, tower is probably the only site on Oregon where it'd be like, yeah, you can just not play Smoke. Yeah, it's fine. But Fabian will get the first kill, and as you just mentioned,
yep,
that will be our dear Smoke Snooken, who goes down.
Well, unfortunately, like I said, Fabian could have used those smokes in his own benefit. I mean, I doubt that would be the case, but either way, we only have 1 member of Chaos down for the moment. 5 people left on Penta with full health here, but only a minute 40 left. They are starting to take some map control, but they need to start turning this into site control. It looks like someone actually trying to contest the dining area here. Secretly the one to do that, unfortunately, in Meeting Hall, getting downed, and that is going to be potentially a pickup here, thanks to a quick play from Cripps.
And Reynolds still holding the angle from the lobby. He'll peek in against Fabian, who goes down to here. Kanto from the side, though, will get the down and the complete kill. On Reynolds. Somebody did not pick up. Oh my God, Kanto with the shot on Secretly, and he will withstand. Of course, Zofia has the withstand ability. It's a passive. You don't always see it in Pro League and really in general, but when she's picked up, she's Polish, right? She's tough. She absorbs in some of that homemade vodka and goes back up at 5 health. Red Groove will get 1 on Pengu, but it's a 3v1 and he's so low on health. And again, Diffuser will get set by Goga. As Red Groove rotates in, no Nitro Cell in hand. He'll have to walk in from the backstage door. And spotted and killed. Nicely done. Penta Sports will take the round and make it a 4-1 as we switch sides, head into round number 6.
Definitely a better round for Eunice. Not only did he live the whole round, but he actually got 2 kills during it as well. And that's not to single him out as doing bad, it's just that definitely helps.
Yeah, it's unfortunate sometimes you can't really control, you know, it's not like they're singling out, oh, Jonas on the IQ, we know exactly where he's at, let's get him.
Dogpile on him. No, not quite. Kitchen, though, let's see what Penta has to offer on Kitchen, because, you know, this is what you want to see is teams that are known for having interesting or good strategies showing us new things on bomb sites. As you said, they may want to save some things for Paris, but hopefully this will be a nice debut of Kitchen. Pengu going to be playing that Rook. I got to imagine that might be upstairs, play some of those windows. Goga actually going to 6-pick over to Castle. So we'll see how that works out for them, as that Legion is pretty good, but nonetheless, we saw it last time a 6-pick over to Castle as well from the last matchup where they used that to help with this meeting, or the Kitchen defense. Didn't do a whole lot, but it was there.
The thing is, it blocks out certain places, or at least makes them a bit harder to go through, waste time for the attackers. But also, it means that they'll be coming in relatively blind.
Yeah.
You know, that's also another point. Now, the fact that Penta are opening things up in this way, only reinforcing one part of the wall, would make it difficult. Now, because Thermite is not an available operator, Jonas, what he's doing here is that he has a castle barricade to support him on the outside of the kitchen, but he's going to try to bandit trick, and that's a...
10 seconds remaining.
That's
He really needed a playable shield for that.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to actually stay on to go for some trickery, but you can definitely see that happen.
The bomb diffuser. Attackers are
Although
moving out
you
to
can see
locate a
plays
bomb
as well
and
on the top
defuse it.
floor where, you know, you'll have holes that are pre-opened by the smoke. There we go. The shield is going to get set up, so you will see some bandit trickery.
Yeah. And keep in mind, you don't just need it for the door, you also need it because there's a drone hole right there as well where grenades can be lobbed in, which of course is one way to take out the deployable shield.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Ooh. Crypto gets the first kill on Cantarachetti, and unfortunate here for our Jaeger.
Hopefully they don't have to worry about grenades anymore. It looked like there was at least 1 or 2 armors left as well in Rook's bag. Not great. No, just 1, okay. Someone didn't pick up their shirt. Maybe it was Kanto, and that's why he died.
Yeah, Gimli always looking out for a fight. So finally, the drone from Secret League will get shot down. Fabian, though, takes a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Crips will sniff in a bit of that smoke. So he's just holding an angle. Red Groove gets the call on Fabian, finishing him off. Man advantage, very handily in Chaos' favor.
Well, they're definitely fighting that big open hole. I mean, that's an interesting way to do it, is just open the hole for them. But there we go, nice bounce. There we go.
Oh, Jonas!
Clip.
Oh, the ragdoll. And that's the second one. Pengu will get the headshot on Secretly for a 4v2. But there's already been so much damage dealt to Arms. This Penta Sports lineup. Pengu playing in the dining hall as he moves into the hallway. Reynolds is ready for him. On the drone, gets the kill. Red Groove runs in for the third. We've seen Red Groove at DreamHack Valencia be an excellent Dokkaebi. You definitely have to be afraid of him just coming in and smashing everybody with the SMG-12.
Yeah, and you definitely saw a good demonstration there. I mean, you don't always see it, but yeah, he's been very effective. I believe we saw it even banned against him at one point.
He's pretty good.
Well, Kitchen did not work out for Penta, but they tried. I like to see the ideas there. Nonetheless, some of that was just some of the early kills, for example. Definitely gimping them slightly in terms of their defense. We're going to see what looks like a similar lineup again to an extent in that Pengu's on Rook again. But this time for Dorms. We'll see. Maybe we'll see a sneaky 6th pick over to Castle again for some reason from Goga, but probably not. Going to need that Jaeger. See if we can live a little bit longer. And we will have Red Groove on Dokkaebi again, as you mentioned, but Renewal is actually 6th picking over to what? Thermite? You're really going to give up and not have any Hard Breacher? Seems like an odd thing to do. No, he's just going to be like, never mind. What was I thinking?
I mean, Thermite is available, right? So they can play him.
Well, sure, but
Attackers
why is
need to
6th pick
locate
over
and
to
defuse
Thermite? I
bombs.
mean, you get more flexibility and gunpowder out of Hibana. Why, there's a reason why Thermite's mostly played more often when Hibana's banned.
Just because you would expect, you kind of always expect Jonas to play Bandit. If there's any player on Penta that is predictable in their operator picks, it's Jonas. But he's going to be playing downstairs in the kitchen. I wonder if he's going to actually set up any batteries to protect that. Kanto setting up his goo mines, and there you go. 2 batteries coming right up.
Left.
Coming right up. We'll see if those last too long, as there is Thatcher, though, from
seconds left.
Snookin. Could make short work of them. We do see some people playing the IQ instead from below to be able to try and take out batteries as a way to do it a little bit differently. It reminds me more so of like border play to an extent, you know, for that armory lockers wall. But in this case, you know, usually that would be like an Ash or Zofia doing it. In this case, it's like, hey, most of the time we have control of school anyways. Let's just walk in there and shoot them. But they aren't playing an IQ, or I mean, they are playing an IQ and a Thatcher, so they don't necessarily need IQ to do that. It's a little bit safer to just tuck an EMP in there.
All right, Snookin just watching out for any potential runouts from Penta as Tex Crips is back, takes control of the armory, can use the lifeline, of course, to impact that armory wall and have a look all the way down the hallway, and the second one to be used against the shield. That there will spot the Legion, and what are you doing? Somehow he runs up, but Crips cleans him up. Kanto, I would not have gone up at that point. You know the Zofia was up there.
Yeah.
It's still
Unfortunate. Well, still a lot to the left side, but yeah, losing Legion early, as we always say, not the greatest time to lose it. Not the same impact as losing a smoke early, but still definitely not good. Phone calls and stuns coming out, though, on poor Pengu.
US while in the meeting hall. Crips will come in and find the angle on the shield. Will get taken down. Pengu, though, moving in to contest the main window.
We'll see if he's able to pull that off. That's what the ACOG's for, really, but there is a DMR from Red Group that can contest that just as well. Ooh. Poor Eunice again. Well, this is looking like a Chaos-favored round so far. Yeah, they've taken a bit of damage, but manpower advantage finally turned around just a little bit by Goga. Nice kill by him, but now they're going to know where he's at, and he's going to have to rotate a bit away from there. Otherwise, they're going to be able to pinch him because they have the manpower advantage. But a minute left. And the last phone call coming out, that means they got to start pushing with that soon. It's like they don't have a lion or anything else to back that up with.
Pengu, tight angle being held here. There's no more info being relayed in from the calls. They've all been denied. Crips on the drone again. 46 seconds left on the clock, but the main bedroom closet wall has been opened up. There you go. Timing on the gas canister being thrown in edge of the room. Do a bit of damage, but that's about it. Goga with one. Turned it into a 3v3. Pengu with a quick peek, but can't find the finisher. Scripps has taken quite a bit of damage in that engagement. Pengu taken again into the mid walls. He's going to get the spot. Pengu wins that one. Out Crips, and now in a 2v1 as he turns around, turns it into a 1v1, goes in for the pistol of Fabian. The IGL will clutch the round as Crips will get eliminated. Penta at least guarantee a point.
That was a very close round, though. That was, again, while Penta are winning, it's just so often so much closer than it should be, especially during the last 30 seconds. It's so many back and forth fights, kills down to 1v1s at the very end, or 2v1s or 2v2s. And it's speaking to the fact that both these teams do take some time to really get into positions and get ready for the attack itself. Not vitality level positioning, but nonetheless, very few picks during the first 2 minutes, more so during the last minute itself. We'll see if they can have a little bit better attack, because as you said, Penta are now guaranteed the tie at a minimum, so Chaos are going to have to work through 3 rounds at most here before they can get up to a tie themselves. But not looking likely, and I mean, maybe if this wasn't Penta, I'd say it'd be a bit more likely, but it's Penta, and we know when they get bored, they like to shut it out fast.
Yep.
Once they're done toying with their food.
Because they're playing against the Swedes here, it's more like Shotpolar.
Was that Swedish fish?
No, it's Swedish meatballs.
Oh, there we go. A classic.
A classic, very much.
Classic. Well, we'll see if Chaos, though, can at least stick it through one more round. They're going to bring out their own Glaz this time, deciding they want to take advantage of the smokes as well. They're going to bring out a Thatcher also. Make it a little bit harder for Eunice. Fabian this time playing Mira. He's definitely playing some interesting choices here.
We'll see how they set up downstairs. Of course, it's a bit of an oddity to see Oregon with no Mira ban, but hey, we might as well enjoy it since this is available.
Like we've talked about before, that's going to die down over time. Yeah. Realistically, teams are going to get used to it not being such a pivotal operator, and then just be like, all right, whatever, we don't have to ban.
We actually have to use another, like that ban for something specific.
Yeah, at that point, you know, maybe even like you know, if things change after the DLC patch, for example, they're like, whoa, we got to ban this other operator. Way more important. I mean, in this case, for example, we saw Maestro Echo instead. Like, they really wanted those two off because of how powerful they are. So, you know, the other priorities might take over, and people might not care so much anymore, and people are so used to playing without it anyways. It's like, whatever. We'll see. Crips actually look like he could be going for a top floor to start out with, which is a little bit odd for a Glaz to be doing. Usually you want someone that's a little bit faster, pushing in, that's a little more of a CQC operator to kind of take top floor, which maybe Red Groove will push in with him potentially. No, not yet.
I mean, he will.
There we go. Okay.
Red Groove, more often than not, will come up here with the SMG-12. Now he does get Go Mine for sec, so it's a bit of information being given in, but Chaos will find the first kill on Kanto. Big kill on the Legion.
He's becoming the Eunice of the defensive rounds here in terms of dying early, which is, again, unfortunate for the Legion in that he's not able to get a lot of goo mines out there. Maybe he's just playing a bit too aggressively. He is playing a bit of a roam role, and that is not always the best thing to do for Legion, as we've talked about before, because, well, if you get more powerful throughout the round, wouldn't you want to stay alive?
Goga in the meeting hall. Jonas will get called, so they know where he's at. Second kill for Secretly, but Jonas will connect and take down Secretly. That is only one part of the attack. The fact that the Dokkaebi is still alive might cause them problems, but at least the 2 calls have already been out. Rosell not available to chuck in, as Crips will find 2. And all on to Jonas. He's got to ace the round here. Take it home. Penta at least, again, guarantee themselves that at 1 point he'll find a headshot immediately onto Red Groove to spray in, but the gas canister from Crips just comes in and gives him a clean target to shoot at. There you go, that's the Bandito out of play.
I think it was a great attempt from me. Honestly, if they hadn't had a Glaz, I think he might have been able to make that work, because it was just a case where, guess what, I can see through smoke and you can't. Leaves him in a tough spot, but great attempt by Eunice. You saw that quick flick to the hatch. That was a nice heads-up play. Laundry again, though. This is only their second time trying it. I feel like maybe they could do it a little bit better this time. I still would like to see Kanto playing a little bit back further. Valkyrie playing in the meeting hall definitely does make more sense, but I think it would make more sense for it to be Valkyrie and Bandit rather than have the Legion in there, just because Bandit's not as necessary later in the round unless he's trying to do some kind of tricking. And you see Eunice is pretty good at playing a little bit faster, a little bit more heads-up play, and then you can take advantage of Kanto able to set up some good mines. Sure, if he wants to set up some and then rotate down hatch, yeah, that makes some sense.
And play him in the meeting hall at that point.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just, but putting him in a more forward position hasn't been working. It needs to be changed up. Goga, he definitely plays a lot of good Jaeger, so it'll be interesting to see if that works for him this round. He did play pretty good Valkyrie last time as well, and then Secretly, he is definitely a really good buck player. So it's nice to see him 6-pick that. Hopefully that will be a nice factor for them this round. But they are going to stick with that Glaz because, well, it worked out so well for them last time. Can't blame them.
Goga with the 6-6 on the board. Pengu up top. So, it's not really out of the ordinary, but Jonas will at least set up his reinforced wall with Bandit batteries. Kanto will reinforce the meeting/hallway wall, and otherwise very standard by the hatch. Now they do have one rotation hall from the kitchen pantry and also a mirror window to look all the way down. They didn't reinforce anything in kitchen, so they won't be playing in there. Meeting hall should be more of a stronghold.
Yeah. It does look like they have Eunice up there. Hopefully he stays up there. He could battery the window, which is, I imagine, what he's up there to do. But we'll see.
Goga dropped in. Is playing in the tower in the back, so...
That's always a nice position for a Jaeger that they don't know about, because he can defend himself from grenades, as well as fight some nice long-angle peeks with his assault rifle out the window. Bet he wishes he had that ACOG, of course. And we'll see Secretly pushing in somewhat faster into garage, hoping to catch whoever's hanging out in that meeting hall, which looks like it's Eunice again, and the timing just not working out. Although he might be, no, he's not in kitchen, he's definitely there.
Secretly taking a lot of damage, but will trade it against Jonas. Grenade's gonna get cooked as is a bit more towards the side. Oh, a ton of damage here done as well to Jonas, a bit extra, and also splash damage on to Goga. The spray from Secretly, perfect timing on Pengu, who plays that aggressive smoke up in the laundry stairs. Does not work out for him.
at least a lot of time being burned by Eunice, despite the damage he took from the grenade. Now, Secretly has one more grenade he could try and use to get him out of there to finish it, but we'll see if he even gets that far. Goga is there to help him out as well, and they're going to start to open up the wall, but he's actually going to bandit trick the meeting hall wall.
Oh.
That was something Renewals did not see coming.
Oh,
there we go.
That's the thing, though. They had an ADS, but still, Secretly from above, he finds the shot. He will go down, but it won't be finished just yet. It's Scripps to come in. He's expecting maybe a C4 to be thrown up to take them out both.
Can't crawl through that hole. It's too much of a lip there. Well, at least that phone call will distract them just long enough for them to pick him back up.
Ah, nicely done. Kanto, very reactive plays from him. He's got Jonas as well to support if need be, but it's a 4v3. Fabian's on the site with no nitro cell. Scripps walks into the goo mine. I believe those were 2 goo mines. Well, final logic bomb will be deployed by Red Groove. Smoke's going to get thrown in here right in front of the mirror window as well. But Fabian is not playing there. Nobody's dropping just yet, but he hears it. He'll get 1 kill here, Fabian. He falls back. Red Groove unable to finish him. And he gets taken down by Fabian on the reload. Now 3 versus 2 with the diffuser planted. Snooken gets the kill on Jonas to turn it into a 2v2. Fabian spraying in with the Vector 45, but they still have not opened the hole to play from school. Will have to conga line their way up as Fabian jumps out, and look at that timing. Kanto will come in and try to stick that diffuser as Snooken will have to defend this. It will go down and Kanto goes in. Can he go for the finisher? Yes, he can! Kanto will clutch the round as he goes towards the diffuser and will stick it. Penta Sports with the GG to put it 6-3 victory for a mixed European team. But I have to say, Chaos, the Swedes, have played very, very well.
Yeah, they put up a good attack. I'd say more so than defense. Obviously, they only won 1 defensive round, but 2 attack rounds, pretty good. And they had a pretty good one there that round as well, as they were able to at least get the plant down. Fabian just lived through way too many attacks. They had so many times where they thought for sure they were going to get him, but instead ended up being the ones to fall victim to him.
Unfortunate. And of course, there is another matchup for Chaos to play tomorrow. Same thing for Penta, because tomorrow is an extra play day, as we're just burning through Super Weeks, and who doesn't love Super Weeks, right?
Yeah, no, I think calling them Super Weeks at this point is...
They're just weeks.
Yeah, they're just weeks for us now. So it's almost misnamed at this point. They're just more like normal weeks now. Maybe we'll have extended weeks next season, or next half.
How can you have more of those?
So it's pretty crazy at this point, but I guess it means